Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Defense of the Patience. We're a gaming podcast with a Dota 2 problem. I am your host Cyphus. I'm sitting here with my co-host Roland.
Yo, yo, yo.
The Doom Roland.
I always do that when Easy's on.
Yeah. And very
Steal
special
his thunder,
co-host.
dude.
Yeah, steal his thunder. Stealing his thunder because he's got so much thunder down under DestinEZ.
I guess it was couldn't find a friend Friday, so you guys had to call me up.
Oh, that's baloney. That's baloney, sir.
No. Just joking. I really appreciate you guys giving me a call, dude. I was super surprised.
Who better to have on Casual Fridays than Easy Mrcz?
Yeah, that's right.
We are just kicking our shoes off. We went and got Indian food. I drank 2 Taj Mahals, which are pretty large beers.
Yeah, they are. Those are big bottles.
It's close to like, I don't know, what would you say that is? What's a normal beer compared, like 22 ounces?
A normal beer is 12
Was
ounces.
I basically drinking 2 40s? 2 Indian 40s?
No, I'll bet they were
What's
like,
Indian
they were
40
16
racist?
ounces.
What's that, Easy?
What's an Indian 40, you racist?
A Taj Mahal, I think. It's an Indian
an
beer.
Indian 40.
It's brewed in India. There's nothing racist about it, dude. It's just where it came from, and it tastes real
That's
good.
cool. So an Indian beer, a 40-ounce Indian beer.
Maybe not 40 ounces.
No, I think they're more like 16 to 20. I'll bet it's a 16 ouncer or a 20 ouncer. It's not 24. I don't think it's 24.
I don't know. Regardless,
I will say that the people in your town don't fuck around with beers. The one time I drank those beers when we went out, like, I was pretty saucy.
Yeah, you went to the brewery too. He went to Roosters, is what it's
okay.
called. And they brew their own beer there, and they have like a polygamy ale because it's funny. Polygamy, right? Utah, right? Polygamy, huh?
Wow.
And they do really well. And I took Easy there, and I had him get a shot of Underground because we know the owner of Underground.
Yep, that's right.
And
that's right.
and
The guys who make Five Wives vodka.
and
too.
who make Five Wives vodka. I took him to the only place I could think of, which was Roosters.
Yeah, sure.
And it was one of the only places we could go, right?
Yeah. It was fun.
Well, it's one of the few places you can go to get like High Point beer. Most places do not serve.
We even have a name for our beer. It's called High Point and Low Point beer, based on how it's brewed, and it's weird. It's weird. They have rules about times and
for some reason
days
you can,
things are closed. It's
I don't want to
crazy.
get into
Sunday,
detailed
no
liquor
liquor.
laws.
If you don't have liquor Saturday, you're fucked. You gotta wait till Monday.
Or go to a bar.
No, you can go to Roosters, man. That's what we ended up having to do.
Yeah, you can go
Roosters
to Roosters.
will always be there for you. Like, there's a group of people staring at you outside of it, like looking at you hella harshly when you walk in, like just shaking their
It's
heads
just my
all
fourth.
judgingly.
It's my
like it's an abortion
it's-
clinic.
Yeah, it's just my fourth. I mean, it's 4 drinks and then there are too many drinks. I don't know.
Don't you know what day it is?
No, not lately. No, there's been so much Dota, dude. I'm living in like a Ricky Cloud, dude. I have like a mischance when I walk. No, I've been playing way too much Dota because I've been sick, and like I've just been naturally even more not moving. I know there's a word for that. More stationary than I'm lethargic,
Sedentary.
more lethargic than I normally am, more sedentary than I normally am.
What's your guys' state of affairs these days? What show even is this? What are we doing?
I don't
here?
know, dude. What it's come down to is we put these mics in our face and we just blah 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 into
I'll
them.
for the
tell you
casual
dude,
Friday.
Tuesdays and Thursdays have really turned up the heat, man. Those are some high quality Dota casting
They're
days.
shows, is what they are. They're shows.
They are, dude. Those are some shows.
Yeah.
Roland's very proud of the themed shows.
Well, I am. It's because Theorycraft Thursday, it takes work. And it takes, like, every single week I have to collaborate with...
Take some production.
Two other people.
I apologize for yesterday.
Yeah, and Mrcz...
It was a movie date with my daughter that I forgot about.
Oh, it's all good,
backed out
dude.
of.
It's all good. We got Joe Schmo on. It's no big deal.
Cool.
I mean, he's as OG as you. So, there was a great person to take your place, for sure.
I thought you tried to trick me. You said there was going to be like a hot chick involved or something.
Hot chick. Her name's Blackheart. She just joined the. Hot chick.
She has
dude.
a name.
There's
It's Blackheart.
No.
I'm just joking.
I've got a bling ring, bro. Like I said, Denny, I'm always telling you, dude. The bling ring.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
The
You like
bling
to
ring.
believe I don't know. He has this delusion that women see him with that ring on and want him all the more.
There's a theory out there that I'm not going to bring up, but yeah.
People talk about that, like, oh, this guy commits. Like, I got to snatch that fool up before he's, like, fully committed.
It's like cathartic is what it is, you know? It's like straight to their, like, I don't know.
No. Because the problem is that you imagine the looks that you receive.
Yeah.
Dude, when I'm getting over the shoulders, like every 3 or 4 steps.
You don't, though.
When I'm getting over the shoulders.
You misinterpret so many things in life, and one of them is when people are looking at other things that you think that they're looking at you.
I think you're jealous,
you're
bro.
Right.
I think you're jealous.
Reach around, I think she's into you.
Yeah, and plenty of those from the stewardess on the plane that was totally digging me, dude. Wasn't married. Had a really nice ring. But that was a fake. She was a stewardess. They literally pay her to be nice and smile to everybody on the flight.
God, they literally pay her to do that.
What was her name again? Didn't you? Do you remember it? You're a
Dahlia,
she came right up to my chair. She walked right up to my chair and she said, "Do you want some Coke?" And you're like, "No." She asked you if you wanted a Coke, bro, and she asked every other person on the plane if they wanted a Coke. Like, she wasn't trying to party with you.
When we were about to land, she turned the light on and she was like, "You need the lights on now."
Talia?
No, I don't know, dude. And I think you should stop devoting
like
any brain energy to figuring her name out, because if you do, you're gonna sound super creepy.
Apparently, I'm always a creep now.
Hold on. I got a Facebook page here. Let me pull it up.
Yeah, hold on. I know our exact location. Oh, on a flight to Chicago. Gonna be a fun night. Fucking creep.
No, Jesus.
Oh man.
Yeah. No, I'm the creep. You're the one who imagines these women having these moments with you.
I mean,
they don't exist.
It's not that I haven't had these experiences
so easy
in front of me.
Can we talk about reality? Are you playing Dota lately? I saw you on Dota the other night.
That was good.
Yeah, dude, I play all kinds of Dota.
Yeah.
You guys, it's deep in the night though. It's when only like the dredge is playing, like at the 2-3 a.m. time, because man. I like when the ranked queue like pops and I am the leading MMR. I took a screenshot yesterday. That was the scenario, right, where I was the leading MMR, and I can't remember if we won or lost the game, but no shit, at the end of the game, it was me like at my like 1400, another guy on the other team at his 1400, and everyone else was like 400 to 700.
What?
Wow.
Yeah, I took a screenshot and like put it up on my Steam because I was like,
what was the average of that game? Like 1,000?
I was like, no wonder 900? That felt so shitty. Like, these people were straight.
Did
like,
you win?
I can't remember if I won or lost, but I do remember.
It sounds like you lost. Did you lose to 400 MMR?
Hey, there was a guy on the other side that was like
such
a doppelganger. There was an equal.
I'm warming my scotch glass with the bottom of my hand. Oh, the 400s.
I have no dignity when it comes to my Dota play. I don't know. You guys saw me play. Like, sometimes I do okay, but other than has this guy ever played Dota?
Oh, dude, you're some things you've done on Disruptor have made me know you're a good Dota player. Like the way you relax.
Avenge game.
Oh, yeah.
Some swaps that were pretty on point.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no.
Legion Commander a couple times, but the just as many.
You're playing Venomancer.
I am like proof that the quantum universe exists, because like as many times as you see that, there is like an equal and opposite stupid fucking play like right on the other side of it every time. So I am not like, that's just the reality of my situation, unfortunately. And it's fine. It's cool. I get my jollies in lots of games.
Yeah, I get my moments is what I've been getting lately. I've been getting badass moments, not badass wins. We won once, and then I stood in and I won
with
again.
a good crew, you can enjoy those moments and like still lose a game and be like, that was awesome.
Yeah, we did lose a game with probably some of the most friendly chaps we played with in a while.
Where they were like, "Well, good game, guys.
Yeah, well, we tried.
Well, it was a good try, and we'll get it next time, darn." And it was like,
all right,
yeah, nice.
This is way better than go kill yourself, noob.
Yeah. It's a little cheesy, but I'll definitely take it.
Yeah.
You know? Oh.
You're hitting right at the heart, man.
Yeah,
did you hear the pub mouth easy?
The pub
yeah,
mouth.
dude, I think I can't wait to hear more of
The
that.
pub mouth.
The pub mouth.
When Grouty called it out on Twitter, I was like, yes, like please. I hashtagged it like that. Pub mouth, dude. Like my marketing like eyeballs like were just like ding, 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 ding.
Pub mouth.
Yes. Like,
Who's coming on?
Oh, dude,
Pub mouth. Like it needs something good like that to bring it in.
That's something we could talk about. We're gonna be so on Monday's episode.
We're gonna be compartmentalizing the show. We are doing this to dissatisfy Fafnir and Fafnir alone. that is the reason.
He doesn't like the
in on this plan. What is it?
He doesn't like clip shows.
Oh, we're not doing a clip show.
They're still clips.
No.
They're like 3 or 4.
Faf will be fine with this. What we're doing is we're gonna do like some legitimate intros to segments, like a legitimate intro to the news.
Pub mouth.
Okay, so
just like that, dude.
The show.
It's gonna be like that. I'm gonna get a guitar riff. It's like. It's gonna be awesome.
I'm gonna have some editing ability here.
Speaking of pub mouth, there was a funny thing that was said earlier, which I thought I just got up and was like, "This is the shit we're dealing with. This is the shit that's down here in the gutters." Was the second the game loads, right, and then you're in the hero pick phase. Right away, there's this really talkative guy that says, "So who's getting stuns?" And it's like, oh god, no! Like
Obviously not you, asshole.
Yeah.
Well, just like, okay, dude, stuns win games, all right?
Yeah.
You get stuns. Only stuns in your win games.
Well,
Who's
then,
getting them?
Who's
like, getting stuns?
He's like, hey, we gotta get
He was
stuns.
so bossy, and it was just like,
And then he follows it up with,
shut up.
He follows it up with, we gotta have support.
We gotta get support and stuns in here.
I locked
Make sure we
Warlock.
pick a mid hero.
I locked
I'll
Warlock.
be 100% honest with you though. Where I play, there are fucking guarantees, man.
Yes. So I lock Warlock, and he says,
Just a stun in the ulti. Just a stun in the ulti. What the stuns at? And it's just like, shut up, dude. Like, I'm going to pick a hero and I'm going to do my best at it, and it might not have a stun, and fuck you, is how I felt about it. And it wasn't like, it's just those type of... And he does that every match. Stuns. Yeah. Who's getting stuns? We need stuns. It's every single match.
Yeah. Oh, no. That's man. For sure. And then he ended up being a mic user after the draft.
Oh, and he
was a spaz, bro.
He was talking. I got it, dude. Oh, yeah. Just that type. And it's just like, you don't mute because it's kind of okay to like communicate.
Through, he's like, this is my wife calling guys.
Oh, my wife's such a bitch.
She's such a terrible bitch.
My
She's
God,
such a bitch. And it's just like, wow, okay. And he comes back, it's like, yeah, that was my wife, but we're owning it, dude. Just like thinks you're his friend instantly and is like holding you too close to the face and spitting in your face, and you just get out of my face, dude. Just get the fuck out of my shit. Like that's how this guy was. I didn't mute him though, because it wasn't like he didn't get a mutable offense. He was nice, actually. He wanted to win. I respected that.
Yeah, he was trying.
He doesn't like his wife, but that's his business. You don't mute over his business.
Then we also
know what I mean.
You don't know why.
Roland ended up picking a Drow Ranger that game, and he grabbed a Viper before.
And
the
he
Drow.
gives an ellipses, or ...
Well, I was gonna say and they pick a TA, and they're gonna run this TA mid, and he's like, oh, we better get Drow to go mid. I'm terrible against TA.
It's like,
and
no.
We're like, no, man.
Dude,
no.
You just get your Q and the poison. It takes it off so you can kill her. Dude, this is a matchup I've never done. And all I had to say was, have fun. I was just like, then just have fun. That's all you need to do.
Level your Q. And
yeah,
you'll be fine.
I said, get your Q and have fun, my friend.
And then he did.
And he did.
He was a spaz about it the whole way through.
Getting her dead. Yeah. It was, oh man. But I don't know.
My new favorite kind of response, and I'm just trying to keep like my cool and not like give in. And I'm trying to take advice from the people that have told me at the higher MMR to just like play my game. And if it becomes that kind of game, then focus on last hits, focus on farming, whatever. So when people start going wild, dude, my favorite new thing, I just hit enter and it's like STFU, enter. Hey, Drow, STFU, enter. And they're just like, what? And it's like, no, just shut the fuck up. Like, just shut the fuck up.
Wow, dude.
And then you just go on. And then they keep on going and you're like, hey, Drow, And they go, yes. STFU. And on you go. Like,
damn,
I'm not
dude,
gonna.
you might be on my mute list, bro. Like, that's a mutable offense for sure. You're just going around. Is that a bad game, or is that just every game?
That's the person that you're talking about. That's like the person that's coming on too strong and like telling me where I need to go.
Yeah, exactly.
And again,
dude,
I'm like trying to focus on my game. Like, I'm just gonna do my thing. So I just like, hey, shut the fuck up. Have a good game. Like, hey, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
And then on we go. I don't get mad. I don't get sucked into a conversation. I don't try to tell that person what they're doing wrong. There's literally no point in me trying to help that person with their game. I need to focus on my own, and on we go. But I'm still only playing ranked games. It's all I'm playing.
That's awesome.
All I'm trying to do.
That's all I'm playing too. Mrcz gave the best quote on just yesterday's episode. He was like, "You never argue with an idiot because an idiot drags you to his level and he's better at it." and it's like, oh my god, how like he's like wise. So like if he were a D&D character, he'd be a high whiz. He'd be a high whiz.
The number of times that you got dragged into like a stupid conversation by some fool.
Oh man, I'm such a sucker
and they're better
at
it.
I'm such a sucker for it.
Yeah.
I just can't sit. Like, I don't like to mute.
Never argue with a fool.
I hate muting people.
They're better at it.
I always do, because I feel like at some point, if the game starts going well, they might start communicating effectively. And that it does happen, but not with the frequency that one might hope. And yeah,
I think there's a level of amusement on my part that I don't want to miss out on, like something like so off the wall shitty that this person might say on some level. Like,
yeah, there is an element of that.
If you mute, you like miss the like faggot string that gets you to report them.
Yeah,
you know, like I.
You're right. You also get to monitor for a reportable offense.
So you're more of an officer than me, but I'm always out of reports. So once I'm out of reports, it's like job's done.
I'm pretty solid with my reports.
The gun's up in the cupboard.
I think 2 and 3 reports, I get a report back.
I wouldn't. You don't get a 66% report rate.
I feel like I do.
No, you're not. You're not like, dude. Valve would have hired you as their like, we're just gonna put you in games as a ghost, and you're gonna just view games seconds at a time.
I would be a great ghost monitor.
You're gonna report people from both
I would love to be the Judge Dredd of Dota, just throwing out low prio games wherever I saw fit.
Oh, dude, that would be something Valve could sell and get a lot of money. It's like $10,000 and you can control 100 games outcomes of
who gets low prio and who doesn't. It would be nice to just throw out a ban hammer every once in a while just to...
Oh, just the second they say something to like make them have quit the game and gotten abandoned, and like, oh fuck, I just gotten abandoned from that game, and it's like you're just the karmic justice. Yeah. You know,
that's what
it needs a Batman. We need a Batman.
We need a Batman. We do. You're right. Yeah. It's not the hero we wanted, but it's the hero we deserve.
Yeah,
you know.
It's like playing God, essentially, dude. I'd do it.
I wouldn't trust many people, and with the power.
My moral compass would be on. It would.
Who would you trust with the power? Who would you give that power to?
No man, dude.
Joe Schmo.
Man.
Joe Schmo.
Joe Schmo would.
I'm gonna say Joe Schmo because Joe Schmo can listen. He'll read it and see if they're trying to be like funny or if they're not poisonous. But Joe Schmo, he can pick up on the poison and get rid of it.
I think he would have I think he'd have the honor to press through with it.
I think so.
I disagree, guys. I love you, Joe Schmo, but I honestly think that the only people that he would ban are people that were chewing into the microphone. And
he does have quirks. He does have quirks.
Everyone else would get a free pass. He'd be like,
You're right.
But they're still kind of nice.
They don't deserve
to
get
about
rewarded
living beings. He wouldn't drop that hammer on anybody except for the person that didn't mute it when shit went down at their house that they couldn't control. Sorry, Joe.
Then there's like no one I can trust. It would have to be like a republic, dude, of people voted in to arbitrate these decisions.
They'd have to have short terms.
Very short terms.
What if they just gave to the community a limited number of reports and let them use them, and then aggregated those like to where if a person got multiple reports, they had a bot system where they could go in and look for things like bad language or ability abuse and catch that shit automatically and justify whether that was a real. Oh, that's what they're actually already doing.
I think they're just looking for volume and frequency.
I don't want that system.
That's what I want, right? Volume and frequency.
I want a Judge Dredd-esque, lawful good, pure paladin morality ethics code kind of guy. I want him rolling through and just going, nope, not you, sir. that you deserve more than 3 low prio games. You deserve 10.
Give him 6.
Yeah.
I've gotten a sentence of 6 before.
Now there need to be those
for a bandos in a normal game.
The low prio position or prisons need to be populated.
They're needed out in the game, so like you don't know it till after the game, but you should have never told that Dazzlator that you were gonna fuck his sister because he's a Judge Dredd, and now you're in prison.
Yeah, exactly.
And you would anybody that crossed you would probably assert authority.
Yeah.
Except Joe. That's why I was thinking Joe. I think Joe would actually not do that. He would take the offense from like a third person point of view and arbitrate. Is this guy
just a basic flamer, or is he an egregious offender?
If he was chewing food into the microphone, he would. That's where they all go.
I'll take that quirk.
You don't hear it that often, I guess. People chewing into the microphone. It is kind of gross, dude. Because, I mean, at least when you're at the dinner table,
it isn't your voice. He does not approve of non-voice activity in the microphone, whether it's you getting into your bag of chips or hey, you had to go wash your hands real quick. Like, you better mute that shit because I don't need to hear your sing.
Do you think Wazoo's clicking drives him crazy? Have you ever played with Wazoo? And because he checks the scoreboard every 5 seconds.
Oh, tab is something that he hits down. Tab, tap, 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 tap. We have a hand-me-down keyboard out here of Wazoo's. That like years and years ago when he got it, it's mechanical. He said, "Do you want one of these for your birthday?" And it was like 3 days after my birthday, and I'm like, "Fuck you, dude." He's like, "Next year I will." And in some weird way, I did end up with a shitty broken mechanical keyboard.
Yeah.
But he gave his old one to me.
I think that Joe Schmo would institute a middle priority, like designed for rehabilitation and second chances.
Yeah, maybe.
No, sometimes
to go for
if you ever get the chance, watch one of Wazoo's games and do it from the player perspective, from his player perspective. And just watch how often that scoreboard gets pulled up.
Tap, 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 tap.
His last hits? Is he looking at his farm versus enemy farm? What's he looking at?
He's probably looking at like 3 kills. To 3. I got 3 kills. I got 3. I got 3 kills. Forces. I got 3.
I think
kills.
that's your assumption,
I got
but
3 kills. Forces. 3 kills. 3 kills. 3 kills. 3 kills.
I'll bet he's comparing farm. I'll bet he's comparing levels. More often than not.
No, yeah, he's probably using it in a smart way.
3 kills, yep. That's so funny, dude.
But that's how he always knows who's feeding. That's how he always prioritizes who's getting shit on the team.
No, it's because everybody notices when somebody dies. In my opinion, at this point, I've gotten to oh, you dumbass, because I'll click over there because it has little bling bling action. You see where action's happening. So I don't know.
Should we talk about the guy on Reddit who's doing the survey?
Yes.
Yeah. What's going on with this?
I'll read his post. He says, "Hi, my name is Jamal McFarland, a master's student studying industrial engineering at University of Louisville." Or Louisville. How do they pronounce
Louisville.
Louisville.
That shit is Louisville.
Yeah,
Louisville. Wow. I'm looking to write an experimental-based thesis on gamers and... Sorry, I'm reading this from the side. And the mental workload required to sustain a high level of play. He came to the wrong place to find out about that.
I know, and Hada Kamara corrects him. She's like, "You're in the wrong place. Go somewhere else with better sample size."
I can say that I'm available to sustain loads.
He says, "We are now considered athletes, but have no science to condition ourselves like every other athlete does. If you could take a moment to fill out the survey, it would help me find a way to zero in on the bigger issue for gamers and help focus my study."
I thought about sending in and being like, "All right, so Red Bull, staying up super late."
That's how you achieve your high level of play.
Yeah. What's that?
That's the reality of the situation.
Oh, absolutely.
If you think about what's happening at a competitive level, that's got to be destructive, right? That's what I thought was most interesting about all of this.
Yeah, low levels of vitamin D are necessary to be a good player of video games. All sorts of conditioning goes on. So.
But so if you guys want to go to the subreddit, we're just reddit.com/r/defense of the patients. And you can take a look at that.
I know that I've reached optimum peak performance when I can shine a flashlight through my arm and see it on the other side. It's like I've avoided sunlight for a proper amount of time.
It's so true, though, which is why we all sigh and have nothing to say.
Yeah.
It's because it's like, I have these 2 windows. I'm kind of in a corner.
No, I am one of the palest men alive. I know that for sure.
Oh, no, man. You're talking to him, and that's fine. At this point, I've cashed all my checks. Like, I'm done trying. Yeah. Like, I don't need to go out in the sun for any reason. I'm not trying to get golden for, like, any other golden person. Like, it's cool.
It's when you'd pretend, like when you're on the playground in kindergarten or whatever, maybe a little older, first grade for me, that like your little playground was like the fortress and everything outside was Antarctica because your parents let you watch The Thing. Like, that's kind of how I treat the indoors, is like, I only have limited time outside where I can live. Like,
you run super fast and then get back to where it's safe.
Yeah, dude. And you're out there and it's kind of uncomfortable, and you have your jacket over your face because the wind's blowing. Yeah, and it's just not really a great place. It's super dark all the time. Yeah.
50 people you can't trust.
But then you double click that Dota 2 icon, and it takes you to just a beautiful, beautiful world.
Hey, you guys are storyboarding for next year's TI video contest right now.
The .p bodies 2. That'll be great to get to. If I would love for our ticker to last as long as the .p bodies 2.
Just one more .p bodies.
Yeah, just one more .p bodies.
No, that was fun to do.
It was. It was fun to do.
That was awesome. That was like so nostalgic for me.
Yeah, I think a lot of people have recently started listening. Is how numbers.
I was actually thinking that this whole like me getting to come hang out back with you guys on this Friday show. I'm interested to hear how many people don't even have any context for who I am and what I've even been.
Oh, that's weird. You get mentioned enough, dude. That's
because
the problem.
How long has it been? It's been what?
Dude,
like, I don't know. 2 weeks.
A while since you've been on an episode, but like it's not really though.
It's an eternity.
It is on the internet.
All on Twitter have just abandoned me, dude.
Wow, that's weird.
Cool.
Easy Mrcz is Defense of the Patients, by the way. Like,
I came
it's like V for Vendetta. He's the one that lives in the basement with all the nice stuff, dude. All the nice .p stuff.
Guys, like I said, I was gonna still be around.
Remember.
Well, tell
.p in November.
Do you want to talk about what you've been up to or what you were up to?
Yeah, what's been going on, dude?
So really what it's all coming down to is trying to make a buck off this thing in some way, shape, or form. And, we talked about that a little bit and it talked about some of the ways that we can start to monetize Defense of the Patients, like via the YouTube channel and things of that nature. And I've started thinking about some of the things that I've done for Defense of the Patients and whether or not those were things that were monetizable and whether there was a market for any of those skills. And there is a market for what I've done with like Safeway in terms of customer service and building up, running a store and handling the amount of customer issues and customer situations I do in a day, and building up a community, and it's called CRM, which is Customer Relationship Management. And a lot of companies are hiring in that field, and it's a field that kind of oversees like sales, marketing, and support for a company. So it's pretty all-encompassing because companies are starting to recognize the importance of the customer experience. So what that person would do is they would look at, an operation, whether it would be like an organization or even something like Defense of the Patients, and say, okay, who's your customer and what is their experience like at every level that they have interaction with you as an entity. And you would want to make sure that was the most beneficial experience for the customer, so that you had them coming back and helping you grow your business or achieve whatever goal it was. If you're a nonprofit, it's to support whatever your cause is or whatever the issue is. And so I took an opportunity to explore some things like that with a company called Killshot Gaming, which makes computer gaming systems. So they develop like custom PCs and they sell them to you, and they were hiring for their social media team. And so I applied for that position, and it was a position that it was offered and framed in a way that is something that I can do on top of everything else I've got going on. So it wouldn't be something that would replace like my store manager position at Safeway. And if I were to get involved with Defense of the Patients in a more any type of level or any other organization, it wouldn't compromise that. So that was all enticing. But the way that they structured the pay was like all commission based, right? So the idea was that you were building this community under the Killshot brand, and at the same time you were trying to generate sales. And if you generated a sale, you would get a percentage of the commission. So imagine like what I was doing for Defense of the Patients basically with a 5% attachment to commission on anything that would be based on a sale. Like if Defense of the Patient sold something and I was a part of that, then I would be generating income for myself through that. So I looked into that and started messing around with that, but very, very quickly it became obvious that that was not that company was not a company that was prepared to step into that area at all. And quite honestly, the size that they were trying to grow to and the amount of people that they were getting involved, like it was something that I could see as a person that has experience running an operation wasn't going to either be possible or work out in a way that was going to be good. Like it would blow up, and that's kind of what's like happening right now. So I've watched this company try to execute this strategy, and if you guys have seen my tweets and you guys have seen the Killshot Gaming Facebook page, which I was in charge of, you'll see the direction that strategy was trying to move in, which was really interesting, right? So they're a custom PC company, which is interesting in and of itself in that it has a low margin. So I mean, if you do some research, you'll find out basically a budget system will get you about $50 margin, and a high-end system you can make about $100 on. So for volume, you've got to do quite a bit of systems unless you're getting some type of wholesale pricing for that to be profitable. So right off the bat, I was wondering, how many systems are we selling? And it was really hard to tell. In fact, there was no information that was going around. And that became, kind of like a red flag. Well, but the idea that they were pitching, it was really cool. So as a company, they would go to an organization like Defense of the Patients, and they would say, hey, Defense of the Patients, we've got these. Well, let's design a PC line for your customer. So what's the Defense of the Patients customer? They want to play Dota 2. So we build a PC that can run Dota 2, and they want to stream. So make sure it can stream, make sure it can run Dota 2. And then we do some like custom graphics on it, so it's branded with Defense of the Patients stuff. Or we work with Valve, or we work with, maybe we partner with a Nooksy, and she's going to do custom designs for you guys, so we can skin these PCs that look just like they're sick. You can't get them anywhere else. And you share on the profit, we share on the profit. You sell it in your store, we sell it in our store. Everybody makes money, everybody's happy. You guys don't really have to do anything other than give us permission to use your name. It's a pretty sweet setup.
You don't have the permission.
Don't see. Don't worry. I wouldn't Patients anywhere near anything I didn't trust 100%. There's no
I'm just joking, dude.
You guys be affiliated with these guys. But anyways, that's
you hold one of the nuclear keys, you know that.
It requires 2 out of 3 to turn.
Without getting into too much stuff, dude, we were pitching this to like Call of Duty teams and all kinds of organizations, companies of all different shapes and sizes, PCs that we're going to build for them. And I myself was involved in conversations. And where it's at right now is I'm not even 100% sure this is a real company. I don't know if they're really making PCs. I don't know if anyone's ever gotten a PC that's been sold. Luckily, I myself haven't directly sold a PC to anybody, so I don't feel like I've put any customers on the hook. But quite frankly, it has been an absolutely insane situation to be a part of, and I'm just happy to say that I can walk away from it with gaining experience and knowledge and insight into the industry and into kind of a side of a business that I hadn't really explored before, which is this, online retail. I would consider myself a retail sales expert, but online retail is something different. I definitely saw the what not to do side of it, and that is kind of where we're at right now. So I'm still floating around in terms of being on the internet. I would not say that I'm affiliated with Killshot Gaming anymore, but I would absolutely reference my experience and my time with them as something that has kind of added to my tool belt in terms of what I feel I'm capable of bringing to the table. But that will be something I kind of like turn the page on and move on to the next project here pretty quick.
I think we're going to go a different direction.
Yeah, well, we're hiring, so...
but we're probably going to go a different direction.
And we can... I mean...
If you guys were ever hiring for any type of position, even if it was just to like make sure that your toenails didn't get too long, I'd have an turn first minute, dude.
The imagery, dude. The imagery. Oh.
I would be the employee that walked behind you with the trash bag just to make sure that I caught your farts so that we could sell them.
Oh my god! What a sell! What a sell it would be.
Yeah, we've got positions coming out in January for $65 1,000.
Oh, you're
no.
What is it's like the phrase like I'll sell you a bridge in Brooklyn or something? There's like some weird.
Oh yeah, there is.
About like promising like the world, but it's like just around this corner. Like follow me, and dude, that is exact. I've never seen anything more masterfully puppeteered, except to say that like every string like tied itself up and has become a clusterfuck like right now. Like today, literally, I've from the moment I woke up until the moment I said like yeah I would come hang out with you guys on this show, I've been dealing with handfuls of people trying to figure out what the hell's going on, and I'm just so glad to be a fly on the wall in the whole thing.
Yeah, it would be. I mean, it's an interesting side of the industry, and it is a huge, whether they were doing it or not or whatever, but it is a huge part of gaming. You got to have a rig. And if you're going to have a rig, and if everybody's got to have a rig to play, they're going to be advertising.
But you can only scam for so long before it's like, hey, dude, I didn't get my PC, or hey, dude, I didn't get my paycheck. Like that lasts.
The cooler gig the cooler gig to get would be like the Gigabyte or the Nvidia guys at like ESL1, showing up and doing those kinds of...
those commercials at ESL1 New York with like the guy that has like flaming fists and is like, you shall not, my strength will move mountains, or whatever he said in the commercial.
I can't remember.
Oh man, that sucks, because I know most people know what I'm talking about except for you guys. It was which sucks. Anyway, yeah, it could be that guy. But it's not funny.
Dude, it was an interesting look into the industry as a whole, because here is like a small company trying to compete against like the CyberPower PC and the iBuyPower and the Digital Storm and the Origin. These are all PC manufacturers that have their names on big sporting events and esports already. Their strategy was super, super intelligent. Like, I thought the strategy was pretty neat, and I thought the concept was pretty neat. Like, the idea of a Call of Duty team, like, all having their own custom-branded PCs, like, for their events.
Yeah, custom-branded PCs is a must. Like, could you imagine, like, Mrcz's PC had, like, an exhaust pipe or something like that, dude? And it, like, required gas, and was just like...
Of Mrcz, buy the Mrcz PC. Got a cut.
You know what I mean?
And that is a cool... That's a cool concept.
Yeah, we said it here. It is October 16th. Yes, dude. Putting an exhaust pipe on a computer to show how badass you are of a carry. Mrcz could do this, and maybe a few others. Would be awesome. Where exhaust came out every once in a while, and it was bad exhaust you shouldn't breathe. But that's the point, dude. I mean, he's doing shit.
Or Sumail's case like has a spot for the neck pillow.
No, like Sumail's case would look like Io, dude. It would just be a ball of energy, dude. It would just be like, I am the chosen one type or something like that. I don't know. Maybe we just have God's face on it, dude. Who knows?
We'll get another guy on it. Don't worry.
The Mrcz case, though, dude, with the exhaust pipe. That should be.
There's got to be a better representation of farm than an exhaust pipe.
Oh, dude, it's like a fast car. You know what I mean? I don't know. What, like a sword going into something? I don't know. How else do you...
a quelling blade on the side somewhere,
Yeah.
You're talking about shit that I think would be awesome. Like, that would be cool to see.
Yeah, dude.
Custom, not necessarily the exhaust pipe bullshit, but like some like designs and stuff on the side. Sick, like,
I like how he just jumped right over the exhaust pipe bullshit.
Not like your fucking stupid idea, but like other ideas.
No, but hey, I mean, literally, would you like to see a case that Mrcz designed? Would you like to see a case that Mrcz did the artwork for?
Oh yeah. Dude, there was...
If you could buy that in the workshop, that would be badass.
Oh, it would be badass. There was that dude at the International that was carrying around his computer case to get Nahaz to sign it.
Oh, that is rad, dude.
Yeah, and he was like waiting, and he's like, he really was so anxious to talk to Nahaz and get Nahaz to sign his computer case. I mean, granted, it was just like a blank black one, but,
Which is so cool. He had a black pen, but hey, he still you say like right.
No, we
there.
we got the gold pens this year, dude.
Hell yeah!
Everything was gold.
There's already an exhaust. I found an exhaust pipe on a computer just with a quick casual Google search.
Oh, nice. See, I'm an ideas man, dude. Yeah, I come up with great ideas.
You just need a team. You need a team to implement. That's what I've always said.
Exactly.
If only I had an army around me to make all this shit come true.
No, I just need more of me, bro. That's all. Just give me like 6.
More of you to come up with more shit ideas.
But
you
eventually,
need someone to like say the exhaust idea, and then the other guy to go, "Yeah, fucking genius."
You need some yes men.
Yes. I need some yes men. I need some people that maybe I should like hire somebody.
I didn't spam Storm Spirit to get this MMR. That's right, sir.
No, I just somebody to affirm everything I say. That's like, wow, way to go, dude. High five. And it's like, hey, thanks.
You're my biggest fan. Yeah, they are.
If I've learned one thing from this whole experience is you always will take one no man over 100 yes men. Like, find the no man and take him. Yeah. Like, find the dude that's not afraid to tell you, no, that's a stupid fucking idea.
Those have usually become my friends, dude. Are the no people. Because I appreciate, like, a real convo where you're telling me straight that, like, maybe we shouldn't record that shitty song. And it's like, yeah, we probably shouldn't record that shitty song.
Yeah, we did almost record a shitty song the other night.
And it was just, I'm sick, so I was like...
sounded like your balls were descending all over again.
See, even doing that makes me cough.
Oh my god.
I've been sick forever, dude. This sucks.
You've been sick since I left.
It's the flu.
I've been sick for a week officially.
He got the flu, and I know you got the flu because everybody else around you got flu shots, and not one of us is sick.
It's true. And I have been like, my sneezes were intense, dude. I was trying.
You blame it on New York. But it's because you didn't get a flu shot.
No, it was the dirty city that gave me the flu in the first place. I've gone years without getting the flu just because I didn't get the flu shot, dude. This time I got real unlucky. Yeah. And you know where I got it? I know specifically the time where I picked up the flu, okay? When we were walking over that grate and it was just spewing hot exhaust, hot exhaust in your face, and just somebody's sneeze made it into that hot exhaust, mixed, got a couple parts per million, and I've got the fucking
more
flu.
Realistically, you probably got it on the plane.
And there were babies on the plane. Wah, wah. 4 hours later, wah, wah. It was like the most typical plane experience you could have had. Like, I know people bitch about it all the time, and I've had quite the contrary before. But this time,
I just put the headphones in and
we were covered in babies, dude. Because we like there were babies in front of us, babies in back of us, babies to the right, to the left.
One of the babies was sick, and that's probably where.
And that baby was kicking you in the ribs.
Yeah, that one did.
Because they can hold them on their laps. What? No, a baby should go in the crate like a dog, dude. You know what I mean?
Oh my God.
But in a more special place and put a nurse there. You know what I mean? But your baby, for the entire
sits
flight,
in a cage.
For the entire flight, your baby's in a baby spot with a nurse. Trust me, she's certified. Nobody's gonna touch babies.
That would be so traumatic for a child.
Oh man, it's gotta happen, dude, or else we have to sit there for fucking 5 hours with. It's.
I mean, it happens. You know, that's what happens when you fly. Sorry,
I guess so. Like
Next time, let's fly first class. You know.
Yeah, was there even that option?
No, not on JetBlue, please.
Yeah,
first what?
I think there was. I think there actually was that option.
We got the closest thing to first class that was possible, which was the even more space seats.
Yeah.
Hey, want an extra 3 inches of leg room?
It was like a total of a lot more money.
It was $180. $180 extra we paid for 3 inches of leg space.
Hey, I'm gonna tell my wife I'll give her an extra 3 inches for $180. Which means I'm gonna have to like go hit up one of the neighbors or something and see if they want like $8.
Oh, that's funny. Easy's Perkeasy, dude. No, that was.
No. Well, I'm glad you came back on the show, and hey, you're doing shit for the Facebook for us now. You know.
Yeah, you were.
I've got some Facebook skills from running this kill shot page, and it's in terms of like what it takes time wise to keep content churning out. It's really manageable. So I've just kind of asked if it was okay if I dinked around with that. You guys said that was cool. So
no, we thought about it at first. We thought about it. And we were like, should we? Should we really let that? What I said in an earlier episode, traitorous bitch.
Did you leave your house?
No, just kidding. There's only been love for the Mrcz.
Yeah, and we've so another thing that we got coming up in addition to like revamping the YouTube, at some point the website, that's got to happen. We've been talking about that forever.
Yeah. I've been working on a separate website.
I know a couple guys. that can hook it up for cheap, and that's not shady.
All right, let's get the contact information.
Talk
there.
on the side for sure, but they're super legit. Actually.
Episodes are like erasing from our website.
I think that it's the WordPress site basically just archiving.
It's not
posts.
WordPress. We made it ourselves. What are you
right.
talking about? Everything was
Hey,
custom
WordPress
designed.
is legit. Don't worry, man.
But in addition to that, we're gonna generate a playlist on YouTube. I've begun work on that with every interview that we've done. So you'll be able to go and if you're just looking for one easy spot to find every interview that .p's got, old ones, new ones, whatever, it's all gonna be there. So be keeping an eye out for that on the YouTube channel at some point.
Indeed. There's going to be, hopefully... I mean, those will be cool to find, I guess. Just the interview portions.
I don't sound super enthusiastic.
Well, just because our early episodes, we had bad sound. Like, we bought
all the
these new
interviews were good, bro. I mean, dude, I haven't stopped trolling the data, man. All your old episodes are popular. People go back and listen to all those interviews.
Yeah,
they want to hear. Like,
he left the company, but has all of our passwords.
That's right.
Fuck. What did we do?
It has been cool. Although the first the first 50 episodes are not getting as much attention because I think those are the ones that are getting archived off of like the standard access points like iTunes and the website. Even.
I mean, episode 1 got like 2 million yesterday, and it's like, what the fuck is happening? Like, this episode's getting like man. no one.
Got tons of new fans. It's true, dude. You guys,
yeah,
like,
we do.
Like kicking me off the show was the smartest thing you ever did.
Yeah, drew the crowd instantly.
Kicking you off the show.
They smelled the blood in the water.
Kicking you off the show. You went to be a professional, dude. That's what happened.
You know what I did that day? I purchased theprofessionalgamer.com. And one day I'm gonna fucking do something with it.
Nice, dude.
That's a good URL to have for sure.
We have some URLs that we thought like
I all up whenever I think of them, dude.
Bootycallroland.com is taken. Believe it or not.
Oh my god, I gotta know.
All those stewardesses.
Oh my god, I gotta know. Yeah, let's see. Bootycallroland.com.
No, it's there. Yes. It's available. I might buy that for 99 cents.
Booty Call Roland
your fans hasn't pulled that already.
Aren't you gonna put a picture of you sleeping on the airplane with that beauty mask on and your email right below it?
Will fly to you.
Yeah. Want a piece of this?
Oh, that's great. That's great.
Or maybe I'll just put a link to the Dota line.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Booty Call Roland. Hey, you looking for a little adventure? We had a fun time the other night with Ghost Storm. Me and Gothier were like, Nux, man, yeah, Nux, yeah, let's do some more Nux, yeah, high five, yeah, we're kicking ass. And she was on the team, too.
That's how that story gets told. Yeah. She was there, too. While you and Gothier, your new IO Tiny Lover.
No, he said that I might be his only IO, which is a pretty important thing. If anybody's ever played IO, to be somebody's IO... it means a lot. I mean, Ake to Loda, look at the relationship there. Yeah. I mean, tears.
There's something special.
Tears fell to earth.
Well, now at this point, now you guys got to meet in person to see if if the chemistry's there.
Sit there and be like, dude, did you taste that sandwich I ate earlier? It was sweet. And he's like, I tasted it 1.5 times.
God, I hope that's not how tether works.
Your stat jokes are so funny.
Oh, nasty.
Oh, man.
All right.
This feels like casual. My shoes aren't even off. It's so casual. I usually take... It's casual Fridays.
You're delirious from...
Yeah, dude. I don't feel good, man.
You've been on a particularly special level this episode, I must say.
Oh, totally, dude. Totally.
I don't know. Do you get easy up and easy, dude?
Is that what it is? Is it easy, inspiring? I don't think so. I'm going to go with delirium and 2 Taj Mahals.
2 Taj Mahals. I mean, I finished my first Taj Mahal before I got my food. It was like, I needed to get another Taj Mahal for my food. You know?
Yeah, you had to.
I mean, God, like early onset alcoholism, dude. Like it's like justification.
It's kicking
like,
in now.
I've got my food, so Yeah,
don't drink and podcast, kids. All right, I'm closing this out.
Please do.
If you guys want to find us, we're on Twitter at @p_show. Search Defense of the Patients on iTunes, on Facebook, on Stitcher, defenseofthepatients.com. Email us at defenseofthepatients@gmail.com. You can find Easy Mrcz at EZMRCZ on Twitter. Anything else you want to plug, Easy? Where else can they find you?
Oh man, you can just find me there. My Twitch, if you want to come by my Twitch, it's twitch.tv/EZEMRCZ, and I'm just playing like casual games these days, like Dragon Age Inquisition, and I beat Devil May Cry. It was fucking rad. I'm gonna play the Tomb Raider in ahead of the new Tomb Raider game, and Fallout 4 is coming out. Halo 5 is coming out.
Did you scope out the Star Wars Battlefront beta at all?
Yeah, where were you guys?
I played the shit out of it.
Played that
on PC.
Yeah. Oh
dude,
man.
You guys, don't tell me you're just like, oh yeah, we've been totally your friend. I got dropped like a sack of bricks, dude. I was probably like killing you guys. Like you guys were probably the reason you almost hated that game. Shooting the shit out of you. You could have been on the same team.
Roland called it Star Wars Halo.
No, I said it's the best Halo I've ever played, dude. Is what I said.
But he was basically done with it after a couple of maybe even a couple of matches. Wazoo was kind of in the same boat. I played the shit out of it. I mean, I spent the better part of Saturday, or better part of Friday night and Saturday, playing that game. It was a blast. I'm looking forward to that. I loved the Battlefront games, though. The original ones. I know that it's EA now. I know everybody's real skeptical because of it, but I don't know. I thought it was a fun. I thought it was a fun shooter. I thought it delivered on like Star Wars.
The new Halo guns were really cool, dude.
It felt very Star Wars. Dude, that shit didn't feel like Halo. Get out of here. Halo 5's coming, which looks pretty cool. But I was excited for Battlefront 2. I wish that they maybe included 2 levels per game mode if they were only going to have those 2 game modes, just so there was a little more variety. Yeah. Like if you were going to stay in drop zone, like let me alternate between 2 matches.
I didn't care for drop zone that much. I mostly ended up playing Hoth and a little bit with the girlfriend. We ran through some of the survival campaigns on like normal and eventually hard.
So I played through that with my son a ton of times. He loved it.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was a good way to kill time. It definitely got repetitive. We stopped that pretty quickly. But I don't. Did you feel like on the Hoth map that the Empire is heavily favored?
I felt like
actually they've come out and said that it is heavily balanced in favor of the Empire.
Yeah, which makes sense. It should be
the same way that it was in the movie. But EA has come out and said that they're not going to allow them to keep it that way, and they're going to force them to rebalance it.
Fuck that, dude. Sorry, I feel like you should take it's.
I think the idea of being in a match where it's like
if you're a rebel,
one-sided, but you have a chance. That's kind of neat and kind of a cool concept.
Well, and it's not like you aren't swapping sides every round, and if you get around of the rebels and you're like, Jesus, we just got our asses handed to us, you can't hop on the Empire the next round and probably enjoy the same thing, or know that you're outclassed if you lose to the other team. You know,
you get picked the team, and you gotta do it against all odds. I think that's the whole point behind Luke Skywalker wrapped the thing around the legs and crashing, and the lightsabers and stuff. Like that is the point. They were totally outnumbered. You know what I mean? It's just like, do I really need to rehash? The past is what we'll call it.
What's cool
History
about
itself.
That Battlefront beta, actually, like my son, it was his first exposure to Star Wars. He's 4, and he knows what like an AT-AT is and an AT-ST is now for the first time. And then my oldest daughter, she's 12. She's like, okay, what is this? And we've started watching the movies for the first time.
Oh, that's awesome.
She's like super into it. So
wait.
Cool.
Roland said
I'm not doing any of the weird stuff. What's up?
Roland said you watched Empire Strikes Back with her last night.
Yeah.
Did you get to have that wonderful moment where she found out that Darth Vader was Luke Skywalker's dad?
No, because that's such a trope. Like that's so like she was
already aware of it.
She's been made aware
Luke,
of that.
I am your father.
Like that phrase. She knows before she.
That's
even
crazy. She didn't get to discover that.
Have you ever seen the YouTube video of the kid who is watching it for the first time? Although he's probably like 6 or 7. So maybe not as exposed to it. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, it blows the little. He just like he looks in complete shock. He just like looks over at his dad with like a jaw drop, like his jaw's just completely dropped. Like I mean, it was awesome to see because I was like, oh yeah, there was a time when like
people
didn't
know. And that
Luke,
that was
I am your father.
That was the first big twist, in a good sci-fi movie. I don't know.
My daughter she said that she in her mind that was way more epic of a moment Like she imagined it, and I think it was a matter of like just the visual effects and stuff of the time not matching up to like what she can create in her imagination for that, just based on what she's seen in movies. She's pretty mind blown by the fact that because she's hearing like, she's heard things like Anakin be named as Luke Skywalker's dad. So she's like, wait a minute, I thought the kid was Anakin. Oh my God, is that like she's like realizing like that the 1, 2, and 3 like lead up to him becoming Darth Vader. So she's like, I can't wait to see that. So it's a lot of fun for me to get to like watch those alongside of her. And that was because the Battlefront beta came out and we had Star Wars up on the TV when we normally never would.
That's awesome.
So that was
I don't know. You should have watched it in the machete order. I think it was.
I know. I thought about it.
What's the machete order?
Joy Thief. I think. And forgive me if I got this wrong with who posted it, but it proposes introducing people by having them watch episode 1, episode 2, episode 4, episode 5, episode 3, episode 6, so that the story becomes about Luke. Or no, I'm sorry, Sans episode 1. Cut out episode 1.
Oh, take out episode 1.
Yeah, watch
good.
Episode 1.
Watch that.
So watch episode 4, episode 5, episode 1, episode 2, episode 3, episode 6. So that the story becomes about Luke.
And keeps it all about Luke Skywalker.
Sans episode 1, if I said that. I didn't mean to, but anyway.
He said, I think he
4,
said like
5,
4,
2,
5,
3, 6.
4, 5,
if
2,
you
3,
look
6.
up Star Wars machete order, it'll show you, and that's like the proposed like way to watch it. I just decided to just roll with it in the way that it was released for just to say like this is how it came out. If she becomes a fan and wants to go back and do it that way, I'd be down to explore that with her. But
the theory being that like it keeps the story about Luke, which I think feels right. And we get to go back and those prequels become, solid setup for everything that's going on.
Okay.
I think for her, I think she's going to be more into, and it's going to feel more, even just, I hate to keep using the buzzword epic, but moving into like a technological, like the way that these next 3 movies play out. We still have to watch Return of the Jedi. We didn't have time to do it tonight, but when we get into like episode 1, 2, and 3, because they look so much more visually stunning and have a lot more of that flash that she's used to in movies, I think that she's going to enjoy that. Kids these days are so visual.
Yeah, I know.
They want,
and they're spoiled with movies. But Star Wars, I don't know. I guess it's been a minute since I've watched it. It's been a few years. I feel like visually those movies probably hold up pretty well.
The original trilogy?
Yeah.
They did pretty good for their time, but that shit's fake as fuck, dude.
Yeah.
It just compared, man. What we're looking at these days in terms of entertainment is just like, if you watch Age of Ultron, like forget about anything about the movie, just look at it. It is absolutely unfucking real, like what you're seeing with your eyes and how that integrates into like everything that is real.
Yeah, that's true.
Dude, it's unbelievable.
No, you're right. They probably don't hold up quite as well as one might think. Anyway, I enjoyed the Battlefront beta. Wazoo brought up that he felt like the communication was kind of an issue, which I'll agree with him on. There probably needs to be some squad-based communication, but other than that, I have no comments further on it. I realized that we burnt up like another 15 minutes worth of time talking about Star Wars.
Yeah.
And Roland hates Star Wars.
No, I like Star Wars. I just don't like, I don't know, it's like, I'm going to level up to level 5 so I have a better blaster so I can blast more people so I can level up to level 7 and get the better blaster so I can blast more people.
It's way worse than, I'm going to level up to level 6 so that I can get my black hole off.
It's
and then I can
way more dynamic than that, Dota. Holy shit, is it more dynamic than like, I'm going to shoot a dude, hopefully in the head, I'm aiming for the head, not hitting the head, hit the head, not hitting the head, hit the head, dead, I'm going to level up, get another blaster. Like, the grind is just lame. Like, Dota, like, there's so much complexity, so much interaction, so many little nuanced things you have to remember and do and execute.
I don't know. I think they're different games, and
they're different games because one's better and one's worse. They are different games for sure. Absolutely.
I enjoyed Battlefront, and you will lose me to some Battlefront when that full game comes out. I'm gonna
for like PC? 3 hours, dude.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it on PC, and I think I'm gonna go for the deluxe edition. I think I'm gonna shell out
around, bro.
So we can start out with the level 9 blaster, which allows them to get the level 11 blaster a lot faster. That gets the orbit 12.
No, I think all it really does is give you the Han Solo blaster. That's the only one, and then it gives you the ability to play a map earlier.
5 days.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and I'll take it. That
the
way I'll enjoy
pre-orders
it.
can do that too, though.
I don't think so.
Yeah, they can.
Or maybe they can.
It said pre-order now, so you can battle 5 days early in the Battle of blah blah blah.
I don't know. Well, I'll look at the deluxe edition. We'll get back to you and let everybody know.
The flying is cool
so
though.
reductive.
He's not.
It's not that great of a game. Like, okay, they spent a ton of time on putting an awesome game together.
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful. It's awesome. I'm sure so many people are gonna love it, and it's gonna be a huge hit. But not for me. It's just not for me. That's all. Yeah. I recognize it's beautiful.
That's a fair statement.
I would love to hear from people listening to the show what your anticipation of it is. I would be curious to see if there are others out there who feel the way that you do.
Played it, you shot
and maybe
people.
Dota players are more. Maybe you're just gonna be Dota. It's weird to me
got
that you.
Me hooked.
I'm with you. Like, obviously, I still keep playing constantly, but I don't want to be. I don't know. I need a Guma on the side,
No.
Dude, you know what I did? I played through Devil May Cry from beginning to end, and just through the campaign mode of the Devil May Cry reboot, which you could get on Humble Bundle right now for like nothing or like 0 cents or something on Steam. I highly recommend that game, and what it gave me an appreciation for was a game that had a fucking beginning, a middle, and an end. Like, I'm like done with that game, and I experienced all there is to experience about it. I saw the story, I saw the cutscenes, I fought a badass boss, and now I'm done with it. And I can talk about the Devil May Cry story with anybody who else has played the game, and it kind of made me feel like, okay, I have something there's positive value to a game that I can like wrap a bow around and say I experienced that. Which when you get into like a game like Dota 2 or Plants vs Zombies Garden Warfare or Battlefront, where there is no like end point. And it's just designed to hook you into the grind. I told my daughter, like, hey, I'm cool with you playing games like Ark that have no end, but I'm going to make you start writing me a fucking paper once a week on what your experience was in that game. Because if you're never going to experience the end of that game and you're never going to come walking away with like a definitive, like, hey, here's what happened while I played Ark, then I'm gonna force you to create one, and you're going to write me a paper.
And now at the Easy Mrcz household, homework or games come with homework.
I love the way he fathers his children. He does. I've heard like various things on the phone where it's like, yeah, that's a good dad thing to do. If I were dad, that's probably the dad thing I'd do too.
Like asking his son if he was on fire.
Anytime anybody's crying in the Mrcz family, are you on fire? No, are you on fire? We don't cry unless we're on fire.
It's not about crying. Like, hey, if you're crying, like, that's indicating to me that there's an emergency. If you're screaming, like, as if your skin is being licked by flames, and it's because you can't find the Xbox controller, like, I got an issue. Because when you are on fire, I'm just going to keep taking my shit thinking you can't find the Xbox controller. So, like, we got to come to an agreement on what signals you're going to send and what that means to me in terms of the level of emergency.
And that's why Easy's kids will survive their experiences with spontaneous combustion.
As I have.
All right, that's really got to be it. So thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Last plug is the YouTube channel, youtube.com/.ptv1.
I'm okay. I'm not talking. I'm so sorry. I'm not going to edit that out. There's no way I can. It's just coughing. It happens. If I mute my mic, it's still going to be picked up on Cyphus. I'm not going to edit it. I'm sorry. It's bad.
So until next time.
I'm going to live, though. I'm fine. It's just the flu. I'm getting over it.
This is me, Cyphus, for Patient Zero, Roland. And Easy Mrcz saying good luck and Godspeed.